Ooh, hello everybody. Welcome back to Tony Plays. I am Dan, and joined with me today are the other two weapons I would use in a zombie apocalypse, starting with the shing shing. Jared.
What's going on, guys? Eekhom checking in today, not Armos. And I would say my zombie apocalypse weapon would be any of the 22 rifle or handguns. Super efficient at what they're doing. They're not loud. You're not blowing a hole through, two walls with it. But you know what? It'll get the job done and lots of ammo.
Wait, you see 22 caliber?
Yeah, like a 22 little rifle. Super easy.
I don't even think that would kill zombie.
Oh, yes, it would. Their flesh flopping all over the place? Absolutely.
All right, so Jared gets dibs on all guns.
All of them?
All guns. Okay, my bad.
I was just going to do this specific
he said
one.
22, so I'm going to be a man and go up to at least a bare minimum of 9mm. Hey, everybody, my name's Tony. I am playing Regna, the Reformed, in today's Halloween episode. Ooh. And my zombie apocalypse weapon would have to be, Jared claimed all guns. Honestly, so one of those survival shovels. Not like an actual shovel from like Lowe's, but like I think a spade is what you would call it. Yeah. So like it's a shovel, but like it has like those ridges on the side, and it can like double up as like an axe. So it's like medium length. I feel like it's really good for tagging and a number of other uses for it without me having to worry about breaking it or not using it for its main function. I would have to go with that one. Or at least, I don't know, a normal handgun, a 9mm gun. Not a 22.
You're crazy, bro.
Well, guns are off limits because Jared took all of them, so.
They're all mine.
Yeah, a soft breeze and 15 feet would knock a 22 out.
I could use this Desert Eagle over here, but instead I'm going to go with the 22.
He's like the Zorro of handguns.
Oh
You ever see 3 handgun style?
Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. My name is Dan. I'm going to be your DM for the day, and kind of in a similar, thought process to Tony. I talk a lot about this with some of my friends who also love zombie movies as much as I do. I would pick something also useful, but also blunt and hard. That would be the crowbar. I think the crowbar is going to be one of the most efficient methods in the zombie apocalypse, and you can use it to pry open doors and chests and stuff like that to get good loot. That's what I would do.
I
Just
gotta
the
be
crowbar,
honest.
Not all swords.
All blunt objects.
Yeah, I was gonna say a sword would be. That was gonna be my choice.
All right, I got all shovels.
I get baseball bats. Yeah, I get crowbars. Spade counts as like slashing damage, so you get all swords.
You haven't hit anything with a crowbar in a while. Like the amount of vibration that happens when you, dude.
If that's against something else metal.
Oh, but still, it ain't fun.
Well, yeah, I'd have to tape it up. I do agree with that.
You gotta put a tube sock at the end of it, so like
go.
zombie doesn't grab it.
Yeah.
9mm, you shoot that thing, everyone in the 10-mile radius is gonna hear you.
All right, Tony, I think you have a rundown for us today, correct?
Yes, I do. Listen. It's Halloween. I want everyone to be safe. So my first point of business, happy Halloween and be safe out there. And make sure you check your candy. You never know when there's a 22 caliber rifle sitting in a Snickers bar. You know what I'm saying?
Goodness.
It wasn't me.
And also, it's going to be a double scary Halloween. If you've been listening to every episode up until this point and you still have not rated this damn podcast, listen, I'm looking at you. You know exactly who I'm talking about.
Yes, Steve.
Guy who likes to fill in the sound of silence on his way to work every day, but he's yet to rate the podcast on Spotify or Apple or wherever podcast platform he so wishes to listen to our sultry voices on. Please give us a 5-star rating. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you.
Woo! And now you know the deal. We are going to roll a D3, and whoever it lands on has to do a recap.
Of what?
Oh God. Bro, I couldn't even remember my character's name. You want me to recap the last episode? All right, no way.
Just play these characters.
If you joined us last time, they carried a frog through a swamp to victory, back to its homeland, and defeated a Hydra. It has been a few months since then, but it is, again, these Hulbeck Humanitarians. Yes. But without further ado, let's just get right into it.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is another episode of DND404.
Welcome back to Hulbeck, everybody. It is the Feast of the Moon here in Hulbeck. The clouds are dark, the moon is full, and bats fly in spirals around the sky. Teens can be heard shouting and causing mayhem around the streets, as many children are also walking around, trick-or-trolling with their parents or babysitters, collecting their well-earned bags of candy. We start this episode panning down from the sky as 3 Hulbeck Humanitarian guards patrol the streets. The first is a timid human fighter with a pointy wizard hat on his head. Leading the way confidently is a Dragonborn Paladin. Tony, would you please describe your character and what they're wearing tonight?
Yes. Regna is a crystal dragonborn, and he is wearing his full armor, new armor, because after helping Martha, he decided to get some upgrades to his armor because it was completely soaked from the swampy bog, and he now has some nice +1 chainmail. There's a giant sculpted face of Bahamut right in the breastplate now, and he is not wearing a costume because he believes that there needs to be some light in the darkness of the holiday. And a matter of fact, he's wearing like a giant shiny plate to reflect all light so everyone can know where he is at all times. He is currently riding his noble steed, because I do have the find steed spell. I like to think I ritual casted this before I went on patrol. Although Regna is reformed, I would like to think that his steed is still a little bit on the not on the up and up, but he looks a little mischievous as he walks around town. It's just his horse,
The wild side.
yeah, he's just kind of like squinty eye all the time, and you see that he's just writing letters as he has his lance at the ready if anything were to come up. And he's also handing out cardboard boxes for copper for Bahamuts, like the UNICEF boxes they used to have back in the day. So he's handing out those boxes to all the kids that are trick-or-treating, and all the spooky lights illuminate on his crystal scales.
Next to Regna is a wood elf monk holding a spear. Jared, would you please describe your character?
I knew you were going to ask me. I'm just frantically trying to remember. It's been so long since we played last.
A week.
A literal week.
It has been, a lot has happened since then. Eekhom is meditating in the corner. He is a wood elf monk and is part of the dark realm. I'm trying to recall what it is.
How about an easy question? What kind of costume is Eekhom wearing tonight?
You know what? He has just a sash that is part of his belt around him and just basically shirtless. His aura gives him all the protection that he needs. His chi just really flows through him and protects him from all the elements.
His sash says Mr. Hulbeck.
Ooh,
Yes.
Mr. DM.
Yeah.
Can I change my answer of appearance? I would like to add 7 stuffed gold canaries that are scattered around my armor, like little dolls.
Sure.
Yes,
7?
for Bahamut. Yes.
So the 3 of you are patrolling the streets this evening, making sure houses don't get egged and that kids remain safe. You pass 3 kids arguing with their babysitter wearing a plague doctor, centaur, and Kambuki fighter costumes. A human and a satyr walk by carrying party supplies, and you also see an old lady. You see old lady Trisha very slowly crossing the street carrying a bag of apples. Are you talking to anyone here? What are you doing?
I would like to think so. As we're walking, I'm assuming in a triangle formation, or at least Regna thinks we're in a triangle formation, with me in the lead. Yeah, like with my chest stuck out, and I look around and I see a man carrying party supplies, and I can't help but to try to inspect to see what's inside the box to make sure everything's up to code. He doesn't have any contraband in the box.
Yeah, give me a perception check.
An 11.
11. It looks like some bracelets, some necklaces, some food, some drinks, and they're each carrying a bunch of things in a box. You know these 2 people. They're citizens in the town. One is named Borman. That is the human, and the satyr is his friend Tinta.
Tinta, Borman, I hope we have a safe evening on this eve of Hallow.
Whoa, hey, sup, Regna? Yeah, we're gonna get a party ready tonight. I hope you don't mind. We're gonna try and keep it lower than last party. I know you didn't like the last one, so we apologize for that. We have a spell on the outside to keep it muffled. You can still kind of hear it. We did a test, but it is kind of muffled.
Well, as long as everyone's safe and there are no illegal fireworks or any spells going off above a wizard's third year.
Yeah, dude. Don't even worry about it. We're gonna be fucking fine. We got none of that stuff, all right? Hey, bro. And Tinta reaches into his box. You guys want some bracelets? Like, we made these special for the party. I put some of my magic in it, and I thought, like, you guys might want some, like, as a thank you for protecting the town tonight.
Oh, well, I can see you put a lot of work into this. I would be happy to accept your gift of gratitude. Thank you.
All right, good stuff. And he hands you each a wooden bracelet. So you can add wooden bracelet to your sheet. And he clicks on it, and you see that it is a glow stick bracelet, and the wood is basically infused with the light spell. And so you have 10 charges after this first one he used, and it casts light. If you roll me a d6, it'll tell me the color that you get.
3.
So you get yellow.
Nice.
A holy color for a holy man.
Yeah.
A 1.
Oh, red. Deep red for you. And your human fighter gets blue. A nice soft blue.
Oh.
Wow, this is, I kind of like this. Thanks, guys. Yeah, no problem, dude. All right, y'all have a good night, okay?
You too as well, and be safe. Remember, if you need anything, do not be afraid to call out for us. I will hear you.
Of course. And they move on, and then when you turn back, you see that somehow old lady Trisha is somehow at her door, even though you've only been talking for like a minute, and slowly closes the door. And as you walk through the streets to your next area of patrol, the laughter and conversations die down. Eventually, you find yourself on your lonesome, observing the tree line on the outskirts of town. You look down the road, and it's windy and a little quiet.
Yes. The sound of silence. It's the most blissful music when you're on guard.
You can almost hear death talking to us.
Or the light coming in, the light reaching you is also what you might hear.
On this day? I don't know.
Whoa.
Oh, boy. I hope you don't run into any hydras again or anything like that tonight, because that was a pretty crazy first day for me.
What day is it for him now?
It's about a week later.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Well, it'll be the last time we played. Sure.
Yep.
I'm sorry. What'd you name the Halloween? Like, what's the name of the holiday again? I'm sorry.
First of all, you named it. Second of all, it's the Feast of the Moon.
Yes, of course. Of course.
Of course, I remember what I named it. I named it. And as you walk down the path talking about some of your previous ventures throughout the week, a much more boring week after the Hydra, you do start to hear a low hum in the distance, deep in the woods.
Foot, do you mind lowering your hum? I'm trying to meditate on my thoughts.
What? That's not me.
My horse turns sharply around.
You look down a forgotten path into the woods. As a low hum reaches your eardrums, you see two small figures running towards you through the trees. As the hums slowly turn into screams, and two children come tumbling out of the forest edge. One is an orc dressed as a knight, and the other is a half-elf dressed as a fairy.
Help!
Whoa! And my horse trots over royally. Oh!
I'm not crying, you cry.
Quell your tears, young ones. What seems to be the issue?
Mister, we were, at Felicia's manor, and we were, kinda dared to go knock on the door, and we know it's haunted and we shouldn't, but our friends dared us to, and it was crazy, like there was, a big, giant ghost that snatched our friend Chansey, and took him in the house, and we don't know what to do, those jerks.
And then you hear a bunch of other screams in the distance, and about a half mile down the road, you hear, "Ah!" and like 4 other kids run into the town.
Ghosts.
Forgotten path. I don't recall this path.
It's been here for a while. It's pretty old house. It's abandoned. I know I'm not supposed to go there.
Everybody can give me a history check if you like.
Oh, 6.
Nice.
Nat 1.
Nice. And 6 for Fut. You are very new here and you don't really pay attention to the outskirts, but it does intrigue you, this story, Eekhom. The other 2, you have heard of abandoned houses on the outskirts of town. A lot of monsters started kind of finding their way into the woods about 20 years ago. And so longer than that even, probably 100 years ago, monsters started finding their ways into the woods, and many people abandoned their houses or left or moved cities. So you know that some abandoned houses reside deeper in the woods, but you don't know any specific stories about Felicia's manor.
Do the kids have like trick-or-treating bags?
Yeah.
Like, were they trick-or-treating?
They were trick-or-trolling, and they got some bags.
Got it. While they're panicking and I'm listening very intensely, I would like to reach in and try to get some candy.
Give me a at advantage because it's a child scared out of his mind.
Can I intervene? This is not very walking in the light of him.
I saw some gummy beholders in his bag, and I have
Let's
to
see
get
how he
them.
does first. Advantage. Give me a sleight of hand.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a 16 perception check. Oh wait, he has disadvantage though. Sorry, that's an 8 perception check.
Woo!
Regna, you can give me a perception check as well.
I'm forgetting my perception is ass. 11.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, you are so focused on the kids.
Yes.
And because of this opportunity, you're just like, in out, and you grab a piece of candy.
Yes. Wait, 1? Well, I gotta go back for more.
I believe you wholeheartedly, child.
He's crazy. You need to save him.
I start eating the gummy beholders. Yeah, we're totally gonna check this out.
Oh shit, you got gummy beholders too. I got some of those earlier. Those are rare.
Wait, do you have any of that rogue chocolate?
Why are you talking about candy? My friend literally got
Oh,
snatched.
yeah.
What is your friend's name? What is your companion's
Chansey.
alias?
His name's Chansey.
I will rescue Chansey and I will bring him home.
Yeah.
Dry as a bone, no tears.
Yeah, I think it was Kinnaman's fault because he pushed him forward because he was scared. I wasn't scared, Shalomie. Come on, stop saying that.
Please, no yelling, no yelling. We don't want to upset the critters of the woods. We've already made enough of a disturbance. We have to think about them on this evening.
Okay.
Now you go home and you enjoy your candy and you play safe games.
Okay.
Yes. Kinnaman, now don't go egging in anyone's house. I remember you from last year.
Okay. Tell Chansey when you see him to meet us at the house with the big candy bars, okay?
Got it. House with the full-size candy bars.
Yeah, big candy bars.
Wait. Where's that house? Hang on. I need to know.
Eekhom, now is not the time for Sweet Tooth, as we must put our right foot forward.
Thank you.
Foot, lead the way.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
I try to steal one more piece before they leave.
Yeah, you can try. This time, just a normal roll. Yep, you get another
20.
piece. This time you get a horse-shaped chocolate.
Is that dragon breath taffy?
Yes, and you also get some dragon breath taffy.
Yes. Just eyeing that the entire time. I mean, yeah. So as I'm like numbing on some taffy. All right, ghosts. This is my specialty. We got to.
Okay, time is of the essence. Let's go, guys. And you see Fut starts running into the woods.
Oh, I'm following.
And my horse jaunts after him.
Hell yeah. Overgrown branches hit your faces as you rush through the woods.
I don't even move. Like, it's just like...
Screams increase in volume as you near the old manor. In the darkness, this 2-story crumbling home comes into view. You can't see much outside of the rotting wood and torchlights shining through the cracked windows. Are you knocking down the door? You hear screams.
Oh God.
We must do this. We must help. I hop off my horse and I charge in with my halberd.
Boom! As you splinter the front door open, a shocking sight comes into view as a robed figure can be seen holding a torch under his chin and raising a clawed hand towards a small elf child. What do you do?
Halt! Put down the clawed hand and drop the torch and put your hands to the sky as I shing my halberd at him.
Eekhom, what are you doing?
So he's got the torch. He's burning the place down, obviously, right?
You each get one surprise action if you like, is what I'm saying.
Yes, but that's what I've noticed so far, correct? I just want to make it sure.
Correct.
Okay, then I will throw my spear at him.
Yeah, roll to hit.
A 13?
13 will miss.
Ah!
And as you throw this spear at this man, it hits him in the helmet and he falls down onto the ground. Ah! Oh!
That was a warning shot. What are you doing here?
And then you see the kid continues to scream. Oh my goodness! And this man on the bottom goes, oh my God!
Wait, I look at Eekhom, like, first of all, we want to ask questions and apprehend first. We don't want to throw first.
Oh,
Look at this.
oh man.
It's getting burned down.
Oh, what are you doing?
The spirits tell me what to do.
I like to cast my light cantrip, which gives me 20 feet of radius of bright light.
Yeah. I mean, you already have your bracelets on light, but...
Yeah, I'm pretty much holding it up like a flashlight, like in their face to try to like almost blind them and like look at each of their faces at the tip of my halberd. Be like, what is going on here?
You see a group of 5 pull out swords, daggers, staves, and all sorts, and are pointing it at you.
Now halt! You do not want to go down this path. We are Hulbeck Humanitarians. You may know us. We protect the town, and we will take you into custody.
Hulbeck Humanitarians. I see. Well, we don't have any quarrel with you.
And you see that a female, looks like an elf. Most of their features are obscured by a hooded black cloak. She sits hunched over the fire with calming disinterest as the rest are holding their weapons ready to fight.
Oh, okay. Come on in, I guess.
Now we are looking for a child named Chansey. And we saw some of his scared, frightened friends run through the wood, yes.
Yeah, that's right. You're looking at him.
And you see Chansey, the boy that he was holding a clawed hand up at, just shivering.
Chansey, please come to me. Come to Regna. You know me. You are safe.
He backs up. But you can give him you can do a persuasion check, I suppose.
Sure.
Ooh, I have candy.
A 25. A 25 is my radiant aura. Calms him.
Okay, you can do yours with advantage as you hold out candy.
What? I am the beacon of light. I am the symbol of calmness.
He's probably not going to beat you. You get a 25.
17.
See?
Thanks for coming!
And Chansey, runs over and hugs your leg.
Oh, right. We were, telling ghost stories. Oh, these kids came up to the house and they, oh, goodness. Oh, that hurt my head. They thought this was haunted, so we played a prank on them.
Oh, what?
Now, these are just mere younglings. Why would you play such fright? Why were you about to attack this child? I saw your clawed hand, sir.
Oh, he was actually telling a story about the hooked tree ant.
Okay. So we're having a bit of a gag. Okay. Do you feel safe, Chansey? Have they hurt you?
Well, I did until you bursted in here. But I feel safe again. You guys look tough. Tougher than these guys. Oh, all right. Calm down.
Whoa. What'd you do, Cedric?
How you know my name?
No, I thought he said it.
Because it's written on the sheet?
No, not at all. Sorry, I thought he himself.
Right. Name's Cedric.
Cedric takes a lot of pride in his appearance, boasting fine cobalt blue linens. He wields a thoughtfully crafted wooden staff with a pristine emerald spell focus at the head. He kind of gestures over to the side.
All right. Don't y'all be shy.
And this other female ranger steps forward.
Hi, my name's Kari.
And she wears worn leather armor over a deep maroon cloak. She stands upright with assertive confidence, bow always in grasp.
And my name is Graston Tickertonk.
And you see a gnome artificer. Belts around the plump gnome's body hold satchels, climbing tools, and coils of rope.
And who's this fellow in the back?
Iligen. And that hooded figure waves very, very unenthusiastically. Looks like a thief or a rogue type.
So, I understand why the child might be here, but why are the four of you here?
Right.
And they're all not children, right? They're all just grown adults.
Yeah, they look pretty old. The youngest is Graston. Looks maybe mid-20s. The rest look about 30s.
So they're in here with a child, obviously.
Yeah, when the children came up, they played a prank on him, and one of them...
Gotcha.
Yeah, grabbed Chansey.
Got it.
Foot, are you taking notes?
Furiously. And you do see him behind you just scribbling, hasn't said a word. You guys don't like doing the reports, so someone's got to do it.
Well, these dragon claws get in the way. Shing, shing.
I was about to say, do you see these hands? They're not for writing.
Right. Already have permission from Juan Johnson to explore the manor, actually. See, here are all the proper documents.
Oh, yes, let me see those permits.
Form 102, the waiver of abandoned searches, that keeps us liable for damages and deaths, and Form 39, signed and dated by Juan Johnson himself, that acknowledges his approval.
Insight check on those.
Yeah, you can give either an investigation or an insight check on the papers, or him. Depends on what you're trying to assert.
I'm doing the paperwork, 100%.
While he's doing that, I'm going to grab my spear.
Okay. So investigation for the paperwork.
13.
You look over these documents, and they are actually legit. It's the legit seal. It doesn't look like there's any magic on here. And you've heard Juan Johnson talk about adventurers before, sometimes come to the town asking for permission, but they do get fined if they go to any of these abandoned places without seeking approval first from the town.
I'm looking at him, looking at the papers, looking at him, looking at the papers, and I see his name on the papers. I see you forgot to dot. Nope, the I is dotted. Okay.
Yeah, forgot that last time, so I did dot all the I's.
All right, Cedric.
Right.
Well, can't go around faulting proper paperwork, and I hand his papers back.
All right, Chansey, get out of here. It's been good fun.
Chansey, you'll find my steed outside. He will guide you back out of the wood and keep you safe.
Okay. That's great. Thanks, guys.
Just don't sneak up on him. He kicks.
And Cedric throws him honey candy.
All right. Trick or troll. Thanks, mister.
And he goes on your steed, and you leave Chansey to your steed. Very nice.
Eekhom, seeing the candy being thrown, quickly makes his way over to Cedric.
Eekhom, we are on duty. Time for sweets will be later. We have a whole cauldron full of candy back at the house.
Well, you want some candy? I'll just give you some candy if you want.
Oh.
No, we really shouldn't enable this behavior. We really are.
First off, it's a welcoming gift.
He doesn't break eye contact with you, Regna, and just hands a honey pop back to Eekhom.
I'm watching you.
As I just have my honey pop.
Right. So,
and enjoy it massively.
You guys might already know about this manor. Yes, no?
I've been made aware, but what is your reason for being here?
Do they give the big candy bars?
I don't know about that, but,
So one of the kids said, I thought maybe.
I'm a bit of an explorer. Yeah. Looking for treasure. This is, Felecia Steinworth. She was a pretty great scribe back in the day for great wizards. I'm thinking she might have some, good documents here or something in the house, but, not sure. We did look upstairs around the rooms down here. Actually, not as much upstairs. Couldn't find much yet. Maybe you'll have better luck. Let us know if you find something. We're a bit short-staffed here, as you can see, so we'd be happy to share the pot with you if you help us out.
Doesn't seem like there's much trouble here, but this place could be dangerous. It's rickety. There's many violations I can already see from the Foundation. I guess you might need some assistance.
So you're here to investigate and get treasure on behalf of what's the guy's name? What is it?
Juan Johnson.
Guan Swanson. It sent 4 of you.
Right. And we know 25% already goes up there, but we'll give you some more.
Oh, yes, all your paperwork looks in order here. We can surely assist in any task you may need, given the current state of the building. Just in case you might need some help. I fear that this building could come down at any moment. This is a rickety old manor. Could you tell me the nature of the treasure that you're looking for? Perhaps you know what it looks like? Its characteristics?
Right. To be honest, we don't much know ourselves. Could be a wish spell, that would be our hopes. But more likely it's just gonna be some spell scrolls, maybe some higher level ones is my hopes, because those fetch a pretty penny.
Right. And what group did you say you were part of again?
I mean, we don't have a name, but if you like, we can make up a name.
No, that's quite all right. Gang affiliation is not allowed in Hulbeck.
Hang on. So why did they send 4 of you? What is so dangerous here that you need 4 people of your stature?
They're an adventuring party.
To be fair, I don't know if 4 is quite enough.
So you're saying we could have 1 more and we've been running around with this guy? And I point over to Foot.
What's that? And you see he was looking at a sconce, writing notes.
You're supposed to be taking notes.
That's what I'm doing. I was looking at the sconce.
Read me back our past conversation.
Okay. Well, you said, you don't have to, but you could give me candy. Welcome gift,
No,
I think you
fast
said?
forward. Fast forward.
Oh.
Fast forward.
Sorry. So basically, Cedric was saying that they think it could be spell scrolls, right? And they would hope it'd be a wish scroll, but more likely not. And so it's going to have to probably be other scrolls of that nature because they were a scribe. So they think that'll fetch quite a lot of gold.
No, you missed it. You didn't even write down the part where I talked about goozers.
What are goozers?
And I make up something just to throw them off, and
I must have been looking at the sconce too much.
So do we plan to do the search in the morning, or you're just having some camp here? What is...
I mean, we were told that the path would open up at night, so that's why we're here now. We've been unsuccessful right now.
we look at Cedric. All right, we'll take a look around. And the 3 of us...
Best of luck. May the light shine in your presence.
Oh, it always does. It always does.
That was sarcasm.
You can keep that light for yourself.
I like this one. And she waves a little more enthusiastically at you. Very accustomed to death, not accustomed with flirtation.
Well, I've never seen you glow this bright red before, Eekhom.
It's my bracelet. It's my bracelet. My bracelet's red. My bracelet is red.
Oh, nice, guys. Mine's blue.
What?
And as you look around the room, so this house is a moderately big house. There are 2 doors immediately when you enter the house, to the left and the right, and then a middle column. But when you walk around the middle column and you find a fireplace with some chairs and some nice ornate stained glass windows, you notice that the column was actually stairs leading up to the 2nd floor.
Yes, of course. I look up the stairs and into the darkness that it's shadowing, and I go, okay. I would imagine the treasure would be in a basement of some kind, one would assume.
I mean, it could be in a basement, it could be in a storeroom, it could be in the master bedroom. Typically people save things in their master bedroom like jewelry and their prized possessions, but it could also be in the backyard. I don't know if that's been a thing. And Fut's just reading all his ideas.
I look out the window in the back, the ornate windows next to the fireplace.
Moonlight shines lightly on the backyard, but it's a very plain backyard. This wasn't anybody that kept any sort of gardening.
And I casually walk away from the window, past Fut, and look at the fireplace.
Looks like a pretty normal fireplace to me. You can tell that any ashes that might have been here have blown away. There are scorch marks where wood used to be, but this probably hasn't been used in ages as cobwebs line the stones.
Yes, of course, yes, hasn't been used. Cobwebs!
A spider blinks at you.
I freak out.
Fut takes vigorous notes.
You don't have to write that down. You don't have to write that down. And I walk past them. Well, Eekhom, I guess we should survey the area for our guests. I mean, it's the least we can do.
I got a feeling that they've already checked all this down here. Let's go look.
Have you already checked down here?
Upstairs. As he trails off and goes and talks to the Cedric.
Futt looks at Eekhom and goes, did he miss the part where they said they mostly check downstairs and not upstairs?
I walk back.
Yeah.
So they said you already checked downstairs and most of upstairs.
Oh, news. That's news to me.
Yes, because I asked them.
Yeah. So upstairs, and I point to the creepy staircase. But you're up.
Me again?
Yeah.
I mean, I got this. And he. That was just the stairs.
I'm right behind you, Fudge.
As he walks upstairs, you walk slowly behind him. You make it to the second floor, and when you get upstairs, you notice that as you go towards the top of the stairs, there's a really nice stained glass portrait of a wolf howling at the moon, and the moonlight shines soft blues and purples throughout the upstairs. When you turn around, there are two doors on the left and the right side of this hallway, but there's also an open living area where the chimney comes up that could also heat this upper area, a ripped up carpet, not much to see in this living room area.
I look at the stained glass portrait of a wolf and I go, yes, the wolf, the canine of the night.
Yeah, I like that.
Write that down.
I did.
Good.
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 Yes?
Right. Also write down that you're doing a good job.
Oh, thank you.
I enter one of the doors on my right.
You enter the door on the right, and when you initially push on the door, it gets stuck. And it takes some time to open it, and when you finally push it open, huge bursts of dust fill the air, and you see spiders kind of crawl around the floor.
Foot, go investigate that room, please.
Oh, okay. And he just walks around the spiders, and he notices, and you notice, creeping in behind him, that this used to be a kid's room. There are 3 small beds in the northeast, west, and southeast part of the room, and there are children's toys and all sorts kind of broken down and deteriorating.
Children used to reside here. Sad, truly. Would have been a lovely home to raise a kid.
I think so too.
I walk into the room and I take a look around, and Regna takes like an honest moment to really take in the environment. And then he walks through the northern door of the child's bedroom.
Yes. And then Eekhom, please give me a perception check.
About a 20. Dirty 20.
Yes. As you stand there admiring the stained glass windows on the southern and northern side near the chimney, you turn to see Fut and Regna enter the room, and then for a second, you think you saw something out of the corner of your eye crawl into a cracked stone in the chimney. Something dark and mushy.
Is this the ghost friend that we've been hearing about? As I whisper to myself and kind of excited but also wary.
We cut back to Regna as he pushes the door open, and this door just falls and creates a rectangular plume of dust. As you go into this room, you see it was some sort of bathroom for the kids. The bathtub is cracked and worn, no longer usable. There is a lone tub of water, still and disgusting, with little critters in it that must have been used to wash up.
A child's bathroom, a place where one can wash away the sins of the day and sleep away to a new, to be reborn in its water. And I exit the room.
Is there anything you're doing in these rooms or no?
I'm like just looking around and taking in my surroundings. My passive perception is a 9, so I guess when I look at it, I'm not really like trying to find too many details. I'm really just like looking around for anything that's like out of place as far as rundown buildings go.
If you like, I can leave Fut in this room to like do a 5-minute investigation as you go check out the other room, and maybe he'll find something.
Yeah, I'll leave the room and then I'll go across the hall to the other room.
And as you pass Eekhom, you notice he's looking like he's got goosebumps on his arms.
Eekhom, you okay? You look like you've seen a specter.
There's something going on here. Not sure what yet.
Yeah, an investigation, a treasure hunt. You just saw the paperwork.
I'm focusing real hard and ignore whatever he says, and I got my like hands up to my temples trying to like really focus.
I know that stare. Something is bothering you, Eekhom. I snap.
I'm still just focused on that part in the chimney that I saw. Just waiting for something else to move in front of me.
I enter the room that he's staring into intently.
There's some more blues and purples shining through the 2 windows here with more simplistic glass designs.
See, nothing to worry about. Some nice couches, a tattered rug, a chimney, some stained glass.
A spider on your shoulder.
A spider on my shoulder. Ah! I swipe it away.
Falls to the ground and skitters away.
Why does it screech? I look at the chimney. Eekhom, what are you looking at? Like, what's like your focus?
This is where I'm staring right now. And I kind of point over to where the chimney is.
There are several brick holes, and you can kind of see the light from downstairs where they made a fire. But they didn't make a fire directly in the chimney, so it's not extremely illuminated. But as you could put like your wrist in and take a look, Yeah,
I use the light bracelet. I cast my cantrip light, and I try to illuminate the chimney.
So, Regna, you cast light on your cantrip. It's yellow again, and you stick your arm into the chimney. Something grabs you, something tense, and all of a sudden you look in and you peer through your wrist and you see that you got snagged on a branch.
Oh.
That kind of came in through the back wall.
I loosen myself.
I immediately sprint over with my spear drawn, ready to stab whatever.
Easy, Eekhom. Easy, Eekhom.
Is everything okay?
Well, why don't you throw in those spears?
Oh, I thought he might be hurt.
It's okay. Eekhom just had a fright.
Regna's dignity got stuck in there.
I see. Hey, here there are some papers. It took me a little while to find, but I found a little note from possibly a diary. And he reads the note to you, and the note says something along the lines of, Mom says we're moving today. I love this house so much. I don't want to move. But she says it's too dangerous around these parts. I don't know why she says that. I really like it. Even the shadows here are nice. And it ends there.
There's nothing nice about a shadow. It's the opposite of light, and light is good. Shadows are evil.
Eekhom told me that light and shadows are there to balance each other out, and neither are good or bad.
Well, Eekhom, and I look back at Eekhom, and I look back at over a foot, and I mouth, is a liar.
One more room, I suppose?
Yes, of course. There's nothing more to see in here. Just a couple of branches, nothing more. The frights of Eekhom.
I'm gonna stay and watch. I'm still focused on that chimney.
I enter through the western door.
Yes, you turn the doorknob and you push it, and the front half falls into the room as the bottom half stays.
Oh, a half door. Okay. So it's like a door that's cut in half normally?
It rotted.
Oh, it rotted. Okay. Well, you see, sometimes we have a key to a lot of these abandoned houses, and I kick it down, the rest of it, with my boot.
Whoa, was that a spell? As he looks up, not seeing what you did.
Yes, one day I will teach it to you. And I kick it down, and then
I'm excited for that. That should be a good spell.
And I extend my leg into the room, and I enter it.
Yes, the master bedroom. Very soft, very faded red sheets. Much of it has been eaten away by moths, most likely. A lot of stuff rotten away. Just as before, another washroom in the north, and some papers left at a desk, perhaps in a hurry.
Let's take a look at these notes. Possibly another journal entry, maybe some whereabouts about a treasure.
Yeah, give me an investigation check.
A 1.
All right, so you get, at the very least, the baseline information. But also got a 1. You get the baseline information.
Nice.
Yeah, so you kind of feather through some notes, and eventually one catches your eye. Most of them are just about the simple days they spent playing in the woods, or some of the stuff they were collecting, materials around these parts. And you can see that Felecia had written about her time before leaving here. It's time to leave. We can't stay here any longer. My sanctuary has been overrun. I don't even know if my kids are themselves anymore. We better get going now, before it's too late. And after you read that, you hear a lot of fighting and screams from downstairs.
This letter is so immersive, I can hear the action.
I think that was from downstairs. I think that was real.
I'm sorry. I was lost in my own thoughts. Let's go. And I jaunt. I swift jaunt out of the room.
As they come out, I'm leaping over the stairwell and running down.
Over the balcony.
Yeah.
Ching, 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 ching. My armor jiggles down the stairs.
Yes, and when you get downstairs, you notice that the 4 adventurers that were once downstairs are no longer to be seen. You see that the fireplace in the front of the house has been pushed through, and that there are a lot of coal marks and blood leading to the rightmost room.
This seems ominous. This blood wasn't here before, was it?
No, it was clearly not here before.
Good, I'm just fact-checking. All right, you're paying attention. I'm very happy.
Not in my notes.
I go to the door, be like, let's be on guard, and I take out my halberd, and I push it open with the blade side.
Yeah, Fudd takes out his longsword, and you see a storeroom with a bunch of barrels and chests that have been run over. You see some blood on the walls. You see some blood goop on the walls as well. And when you peer into the back room, which is an entertainment room with a piano, you creep in and you see that the piano is in good condition, but the bookcases have tumbled into one another at the northmost part of the room.
Interesting. No bodies?
No. Everybody give me a perception check.
I was just about to ask. About a 19.
A whopping 4.
I got a 9. Yeah, so Regna and Fut are very focused on like the blood that leads and stops in the middle of the room. And then Eekhom, you notice that someone must have opened a secret door. You go over to the piano and almost like you're one with the dead, you see a spirit. A man with a long tailcoat playing softly, and you see he ends on 4 keys that are the only 4 keys remiss of any dust.
I push those 4 keys.
You push those 4 keys in the same order that he pushed them, and you see the bookshelves that have been shoved together. You hear like a mechanism and some magic go off, but instead of opening nicely, the rightmost bookcase crumbles and falls, and the leftmost kind of tips and falls to the left side. And it opens up a cavern entrance with more blood leading inside.
Let us follow the blood. I'm sure they're okay. I'm sure it's just a scratch.
Yep, okay. I'm ready. Certainly ready. And...
I'm sorry, Fudge. Have you ever seen anybody, die in front of you before?
I've seen animals die.
Okay. Well, humans like yourself are animals.
Yes.
I'm a dragon. I'm not an animal.
Okay.
Why are we still here? Go.
Oh, okay. He presses forward into the cavern, very scared.
Fudd can only take notes or walk. He can't do both.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Fudge, come back out here. I will help you as your mentor.
Okay.
Oh God.
I'm going to cast a spell on him. A level 1 spell. Heroism. It's concentration up to 1 minute. A willing creature is imbued with bravery. Until the spell ends, the creature is immune to being frightened and gains temporary hit points equal to my spellcasting modifier.
Nice.
At the start of each of its turns, he gains equal hit points to my spellcast modifier. At the start of each of its turns, temporary hit points. When the spell ends, the target loses all remaining temporary hit points from the spell.
How many temp hit points?
3 temp hit points.
Nice.
Yeah. So he gets 3, and if he were to be damaged, he would regain those 3 temp hit points at the beginning of his turn.
All right. You push aside the dusty bookshelf to find stone steps leading below the earth. Beyond your sight is a faint blue glow. And as you make your way to the bottom, you see that there's a body and a spider over what you might assume to be a corpse.
Well, clearly we just stumbled on a creature's home, and we don't want to be invaders, so perhaps we should leave them be.
Maybe you should use that bravery on yourself.
I'm quite brave, Eekhom. I'm just a humanitarian.
So they don't see us yet, so we see everything that is on the screen, right?
Yep.
Isn't a secret to us. Okay.
Yeah, there's a wooden kind of rotting staircase, almost like a step ladder, going from the first level of this cavern to the bottom. There are stone bridges, man-made, probably crafted by magic, and a light blue glowing river with blue glowing stones on the ceiling and around the edges of the cavern.
It's beautiful.
All right. Well, I've never met a friendly spider, and I want to sneak up on one of them.
Okay.
But I think I can. I have like a hide or something. I'm trying to remember where it is.
You see the giant blue spider with white legs in the back disappears. And then after about 10 seconds, reappears at the bottom of the steps looking into the cavern.
I point to Regna. That one's yours.
To the 9 hells, that one's mine.
Gone. Up on a box.
It's teleporting.
I give him a thumbs up, like, you got this. I wait for it to teleport one more time before and when it does, depending on where it goes to, I'm gonna jump the smaller spider that's by the body.
Yeah, you see it reappear at the farthest end of the cavern, and you are jumping this first wolf spider.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a wolf spider above the body, so you will get a surprise round, and everybody else will please roll me initiative.
Woo! Good, because I rolled a 6.
13.
18 for the phase spider.
Not it.
That is a 13 for the wolf spiders. And Fut got a...
To the 9 hells, that one's mine.
And Fut got a 9. All right, take your surprise round. Eekhom, what are you doing?
Do I get extra damage or no?
You get advantage on your attack.
Ooh. All right, well then I'm hitting this puppy with everything I got. So I take my spear and oh wait, do I get advantage on all my attacks?
All of them. Yes, all of them.
Ooh.
Take your first attack and let's go from there.
Okay, so my first attack is going to be with my spear.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to roll.
That hits.
Okay.
16 is what he rolled.
Yeah, it wasn't great.
Good enough.
And that's 13 damage with my first attack.
Dead.
Oh.
And you push it off into the water.
Perfect. If I run over to the other one, do I still have advantage?
You do.
Oh, okay. Woo.
Yeah, Regna, you see this guy just jump down and go, stab one, go over to the other wolf spider.
So I rolled a 4 twice, which turns out
That's
to 13.
a glancing blow.
Turns out to 13.
Glancing blow.
So, that's cool. 14 damage.
Yeah, 14 halved is 7. And you see this thing's looking really bloody.
Okay. Now I can use Fury of Blows.
Or if you just want to do an offhand attack, because this is only your surprise round.
Okay, that's way better. 28. Woo!
That hits.
And then it's going to be 14 damage.
Dead. You essentially spear off all of its legs and then kick this one body into the water as it drowns and goes. Brr, 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 brr.
Nice.
And now we're going into the actual initiative.
Uh-oh.
And you see the phase spider goes away.
Hey, I scared it.
Hold.
Still in initiative. Regna, what are you doing?
Hold.
That's what I thought.
Hold. I'm going to come down the stairs. Like teleporting spiders, bane of my existence. They already have 8 legs, and now they're blessed with appearing. And I want to go over to the body.
All right, you go over to the body, and at first glance, it is face down.
I turn it over.
You might use your whole action to turn it over.
I'm gonna take a dodge action.
Okay.
As I look at, I go over to the body to try to take a look. If I don't recognize him passively, then I'm gonna take a dodge action.
So you take a dodge action as it goes over to Fut. Fut, I suppose, will also take a dodge action because he's scared and just looking around.
Actually, he has heroic presence. He is never to be scared right now.
He's looking around victoriously and with much intent.
He feels more brave than he ever felt in his life.
Yes. Everybody, be weary. Be on the watch. No stutter. Eekhom, your turn.
Yeah. I am going to stand where Regna is next to the body. And what that means is that everything in my area...
What are you using?
I'm going to use Fairy Fire. So objects in a 20-foot cube within range are outlined in blue, green, or violet light, your choice. Each creature in the cube is also outlined if it fails a dexterity saving throw.
So you're going to try and just guess where the spider is.
Well, because it's going to be within a 20-foot cube.
Yeah, show me where the cube is. I say there's a 50-50 shot of you getting this.
From the top of Regna to where, like, Regna's the top right corner of it. So where he showed up in the first time, because he showed up 3 times. He showed up here, and then over here.
Okay.
I'm basically not doing this one.
Okay.
And I'm trying to hit those other 2 spots.
So you're trying to do exactly where you have it?
Yeah, a little bit more up, I guess.
Okay,
so
more
that
up?
it hits. Yeah, so it hits. Oh, here, I can do it.
Yeah, you can move it.
Yeah. Is that 20 feet?
Yeah, I made it 20 feet.
Seems a little small.
It is not.
Let me
It is
check
20
this.
feet.
Let me check this 20 feet.
A good size, as Tony would say.
All right. So, basically, it's a square that's on top of me in Regna, and it's going to hit the 2 other places that I saw the spider appear. And we're going to give it a shot.
What's the DC? If it were to take it?
14 dexterity.
You feel it fail. You don't see it fail, but you feel it fail.
It's close to us. Regna.
It could be anywhere. It could even be...
No, it's within this. It's within 20 feet. Get ready.
Is there a bonus action you want to take?
Can I use a key point to do dodge? Or is that an action? I can't remember.
You can use a key point to dodge if you like.
Okay. Yeah, I'm doing that.
All right, 1 key point to use that.
Cool.
Boom. And as you take a deep breath and get in a dodging stance, materializing back into the plane is a giant red glowing phase spider right behind Regna as it tries to attack. It has advantage on you, but because you dodged, it does not have advantage. Good on you. And that is going to be just a normal roll. Only an 11 to hit you.
Misses.
Look at that. Misses. Great dodge action.
I slap its fang out of the way.
Yeah, as this thing is now towering and salivating over you. Regna, what are you doing?
Oh, my turn? Yeah, I'm going to hit it relentlessly and recklessly, and you even see me get a little bit mad. And I go to smack it with my halberd. 24 to hit on my first attack.
Hits.
My second attack, 25. So both those are going to hit. I'm going to hit roll slashing damage. 19 points of slashing damage, and then I'm going to take my bonus action to, with my polearm mastery, to hit. There it is. That's
Yes.
going to be a nat 1 that's going to miss.
Advantage.
Oh, in dirty 20.
That'll hit.
Nice. That's going to be 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
Owie. It backs up, almost falling off, skittering off into the lake, but then pulls itself back together and glares at you. Glowing red.
You want to lose leg? This is how you lose leg.
And this is how you defeat a spider! And he jumps off onto the spider foot. And he takes 2 attacks with advantage with his long sword. And you realize now that this guy is a 5th level fighter and has 2 attacks. Both of those are hitting. And as Fut jumps off this ledge, the glow dissipates from the center of the spider and disappears. You don't really know what happened until you see both sides separate onto the ground.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And that's how we do it in the Hulbeck Humanitarians.
I'm so proud of you.
All right, the body.
I flipped the body.
I like a confident Foot.
Right?
And when you flip the body over, you see a human ranger, a female, Kari, stone-faced, white, staring aimlessly. Cedric's right-hand woman has been slain.
Oh, no.
You see bite marks and puncture marks all over her body.
I close her eyes with my hands. Her lifeless eyes. I say something to Bahamut.
And then there are obviously a few things you can do in these moments. You could do investigation checks to see if there's any of their belongings around. You could do medicine checks to see what happened to them. You could do, even if it seems obvious, I guess, but you can do those kind of checks.
Yes, as I say a prayer and put her soul to rest, I politely check her body.
Okay.
Respectfully check her body.
And I'm looking for candies as well.
I'll guard the front.
Yeah.
And he goes to the next exit of the cavern, we'll say, waiting for you guys. Roll me investigation checks.
11.
12.
Yes, so Regna, you see that as Kari came down, she dropped something near the crate, and Eekhom, you actually find something on Kari.
Oh my goodness.
So you see that her bow and arrows dropped by the crate at the start of the cavern here, and you find 20 plus 2 arrows and 1 plus 1 longbow.
Whoa.
That she was wielding. And Eekhom, you find a smooth stone with magical inscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
You can attune to it later.
You got it.
Bahamut has blessed me this day.
We meet up with Foot and proceed through the rest of the cavern.
All right. It's going to be dangerous, so everybody stay close as you move on.
So bravery had definitely worn off by this time. It only lasts a minute.
And as Fut steps into the next cavern, he immediately comes running back. Ah, there's a body. There's a body. Oh, God. Oh, God. There's a body down there. Oh, no. And you realize that he was so brave in the last battle that he didn't even realize there was a body on the ground. He just walked past it into the next cavern.
It's okay, Fut. Bravery is fleeting. It's adrenaline. It's his holiness. It's his radiance.
Okay. You see that this area of the cavern is dried out as you see it opens up. It's a bit bigger. The first slope kind of runs down to the southern part of the room, and then the flat area on the eastern side splits into 2 pathways going up to the north to a bigger area, and then splits diagonally to the southeast to another exit under this first bridge slope that you are on.
You see it looking at the cave pattern where the body is and the way it descends, but our exits seems to advance just below us. It's a classic situation of a rope-de-dope.
Yeah, rope-de-dope.
Yes.
Okay, stay calm. We'll be fine.
I'll keep leading the way. I'm gonna go down and follow the path and try to get to the body.
Yep. Stop right there. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Aha! With my aura.
As spikes come up from the floor.
7, 10.
That's gonna fail. You take 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow!
Not too bad. Could have been worse.
Could have been worse.
But you now know the location of this trap, and they see you get stuck.
What do you mean they? You mean us?
Yeah, Eekhom and Fut.
I was like, there's people here with us?
The other people.
It's just a simple trap. Nothing.
Yeah, Regna, you might want to watch yourself there.
That's why we wear boots.
Or you may be one with the dead soon.
Oh, it looks like you pressed on a little pedal here. If I just step over that, oh, it looks like I'm fine.
Of course. Look at you, good eye.
I follow.
Your path veers to the center of the room first, with a dark abyss on either side, and then there's a narrower path on the right side leading to meeting up with it in the northern side of the cavern.
The shadowy abyss looks long and deep and unforgiving. Why don't you two take the side path and I'll go down the middle?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
The darkness is afraid of me. I'm gonna make an investigation. Can I check for traps?
Yeah.
Investigation or perception?
I believe it's investigation.
A 2!
Yeah, nothing in front of you.
Oh, this place looks safe, and I walk forward to the body.
Yep, you walk forward to the body. Eekhom, do you like his idea of splitting up, or do you want to stay with him?
We'll wait for him to get to the body, and then once he gets there...
Before veering off.
Yeah.
Cool.
I look at the body.
Yes. You tilt the body over, and you see a small gnome, Braston. Again, pale white. No life in the eyes. And then you hear a goopy noise. And then when you look up, you see 2 piercing yellow eyes staring right in your face as a dark beast has surprised you.
Initiative?
Yeah. They are getting surprise rounds on you.
Nat 20.
I got an 11.
So did they get surprised even though I got a nat 20?
Yes. That just means you go first after surprise, is how that works.
Gotcha. Yeah, I wasn't sure.
So there's 1 in the north that you see, and there are 3 that descend upon you, Regna.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking attacks with advantage here. Ooh, I think a 10 misses you.
It does, and I have a reaction.
Perfect. Let me roll all these first. Does a 25 hit you?
It would stop you from rolling those, the reaction.
These are the other creatures, I'm saying.
Yeah, it would stop you from rolling all those.
What's your reaction?
I'm going to use Dream Step.
Oh.
Which is a 2nd level spell. And I get to teleport up to 45
Tony, that's not a
feet
real
away.
spell. You stole that from my homebrew spells.
I'm embarrassed. It appeared on my... I was like, this is a cool paladin spell. I don't know anything about paladins. I have
Sorry,
the dumbest,
that's in my homebrew
I have
campaign.
the dumbest face on right now.
You kept homebrew on. Oh no. The second you said it, I was like, oh.
I'm like, how do I not know this?
So is there another reaction you would like to take?
Yes, when a monster enters my space, I can hit it with my polearm. Polearm mastery opportunity attack. While you are wielding a glaive, halberd, pike, or quarterstaff, or spear, other creatures provoke opportunity attack from you when they enter your reach, which is up to 10
so
feet.
Cool.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was for the listeners, but also for me to hear the specifics.
Yes.
So yeah, make that attack real quick.
Yep. So it's going to be a 26 to hit.
Hits.
It's going to be 6 points of damage total.
Nice.
I'm also going to replace that spell in a second.
Yeah. I cannot believe that.
The dumbest face on, dude. I gotta take a picture of it. Go.
All right, so 25 hits on the second attack. The first one did miss, though. That is really, really good for you. The next attack is going to be a nat 20.
Ooh.
The next one is going to be a 17. Does that miss?
That's on the money.
Glancing blow. Very nice.
Okay.
Great. So we'll do the crit first. So the crit damage is going to be 18 points of damage. The normal damage is going to be 12 points of damage. The other normal points of damage are going to be 10 points of damage.
Ooh, Regna is not looking good right now. Regna's not looking too hot.
You notice that these creatures seem pretty weak. Like there's something off about them, and they seem like they're not having the easiest time. Even though they got a surprise on you, they're not standing very well. As it moves to your turn, Regna. Eekhom.
All right. I'm gonna run up to the closest one and give it old spear therapy. Okay, the first one was an 11.
Miss.
And I get a second one.
Yep.
Which is 26.
Hits. Big time.
Woo! Oh, I rolled damage already. 14 damage.
Oh, that's really good. This thing's looking pretty messed up.
And then I'll do my Furia Blow at this point.
Yep, use that key point. You have to make 2 offhand attacks.
18.
Hits.
And do you want me to roll the other one too?
Roll the first one, and we'll see how that does.
Oh, the damage? 9.
Yeah. As this thing gets pushed into the abyss and disappears.
Nice.
You move to the second one to make your last offhand attack.
Ooh, it's a 9 to hit.
Misses.
Ah.
You see that these beasts, one latches onto you, Regna, attempts to. The other beast tries to latch onto you, Eekhom. Make me contested strength athletics checks. Yours got 4, and then Regna's got a 14.
I got an 18.
I see a 12 on my screen.
Yeah, 12. My bad.
This thing is now latching onto you, and the other one is going to come in and try and hit Eekhom because it saw that you were doing some good damage there. But not with advantage this time, since it's not a surprise round. 21 to hit?
It does hit.
As you take 14 points of damage. It moves to Regna's turn as you have this thing latched onto you. You see that it has a good hold on you. You can hit it or you can try and get it off of you, but you see that it would probably have an advantage against you on athletics checks now that it has taken hold.
I'm going to use a cantrip. So the cantrip I'm going to use is my Word of Radiance.
Yes.
One action. So he has to make the one that's holding on to me a Constitution saving throw, or take 2d6 radiant damage.
Don't the other two take that as well? I thought it was 5 feet.
Oh, erupts for me. Yes.
Yes.
My mistake.
Love that.
Yes.
Constitution saving throw. The 3 of these will make a Constitution saving throw. What do they have to beat?
A DC of 14.
All right, the first one fails. The one on you. The one directly next to you passes. The one near Eekhom fails. What do they take in damage?
Take 4 points of radiance.
Nice. The one on you is looking pretty messed up, though.
All right, and with my bonus action, I'm going to drink a potion of greater healing if I can.
Cool. Do it.
Yeah.
Let me know what you roll. As we move to Futt's turn. Futt runs in screaming. And he's going to try and hit the one on you.
11.
Nice. So Fut is going to take 2 attacks with his longsword. Going to miss with a 10.
Whoa, watch me swinging that thing.
He's going to hit, and you see that that's 11 points of damage, and this thing gets cut in half and slides off your wrist into the abyss.
Nice.
Then it's going to go up to Eekhom's turn, as these 2 dark, gloopy beasts are staring in your direction.
I'm going to send you back from the shadows of which you came.
I'm going to attack the closest one to me that tried to latch on to me.
Perfect.
Taking my spear, giving the old hi-ya. 24 to hit.
Yep.
And then swinging again for a nat 1.
Miss. Ouch.
The first one does 14 damage.
Ooh.
And then, he's still up, right?
Give me a pure luck check. I think we've talked about this before. If you roll above a 10, you kill it.
How about an 8?
Stays alive.
Ah.
All right. Bonus attack.
Yeah, so I can use my key point to then do 2.
You sure can.
Attacks. So fun thing that I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do my unarmed strike, which is a 25 to hit.
Yep.
And when you make a melee attack, so it does 6 damage, it should kill it, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Dead. And then can I still attack the other one?
Yep.
With my extra attack? Cool. So I'm gonna do that, but I'm gonna position in a way that if I hit it and knock it back, it will fall off the cliff.
In hopes, yeah.
Yep. So I go to swing. Come on. Nat 20!
There you go.
So I don't even know if I'll need to, but we'll just do it anyways. So I'll just double the dice. 7 and 11, 18 damage. And then I have an ability that if you make a melee attack that involves your body, you can do one of the following effects. I'm going to do shove. The target must make a strength/dexterity. It chooses which saving throw of a DC 8 plus proficient modifier.
It passes. You push this dark, gloopy beast, and as it gets pushed back, it shifts its hand and it turns into a halberd mimicking Regna's and goes to attack you, but then crumbles as it runs out of energy and slowly disintegrates and forms into liquid on the floor as you kill it.
And as the liquid falls, a small essence of it goes up into the air, and I catch it in my hand, absorbing 9 temporary hit points.
Very nice. You guys are out of combat.
Woo!
Regna needed that.
Oh, yeah. Not feeling too great. I don't know if we can take a short rest here, but if not, I'm going to use lay on hands.
Me can take a short rest. Things may be rolled.
I'm just gonna rub my tummy and use 30 hit points to
Yeah, that might be
lay on hands.
I know you have 30 hit points now.
We need to get moving.
That's great.
We need to get out of here. If we check the body quickly for treats, loot,
yeah,
if they're alive.
Yeah, give me a check. Investigation check, please.
Nat 20!
You find carpenter's tools, mason's tools, and smith tools on Graston's body.
Tools. Where are the half-lays chips? I hear you just can't have ones.
We do not have time for this. And I get up and continue to walk down the path.
Yes, Fut walks north. Eekhom, you go with them. Are you doing anything else in this cave before you press forward?
No, I'm just going to go towards the next room. I feel time's of the essence if we're finding dead bodies.
Stop right where you are. Make a dexterity saving throw, please. As you trigger another spike trap.
17.
Past it.
Ooh.
I do not have time for these games.
As the spikes come up like all around you.
I must say,
In your you barely come out and you're contorted around the
maybe
spikes.
as someone that just almost died, maybe I should lead.
Never. And I continue to run ahead, even though you're clearly faster than me.
You make your way out of this cave and into another opening. To your right, you see in the northwest part of the room, there are these stalagmites peeking out of these icy lakes. You see that down here the water has kind of frozen, but you still see that soft glow from the water and the gems around this room. And you see a lot of blood in the middle of the room, and then blood leading to the right. There are 2 corridors, to the west and to the east, and at the bottom is just a A wall.
Oh, wow.
A wall.
Well,
At this point, I don't think we got time. We need to figure out where all this is coming from, and I start walking this way.
And as you get closer to that direction, you hear low murmuring and talking.
From the east?
Yep.
Where the blood is?
Yep.
Let's go.
You rush into the other room, and you push in. It's a small room with a small campfire. And when you get in there, you see that Cedric, Iligen, and Graston, and Kari are all sitting there, laughing and talking and making merry.
What?
What in Bahamut's name is going on? We're finding dead bodies, and you're all here making merry?
Ooh. All right. It took you a long time to get here. Come on in here.
Oh, I'm in here.
What?
Have a seat.
What is going on here?
Don't have time to sit.
What do you mean?
There's dead bodies around.
Dead bodies. I think we took care of the dead bodies, didn't we? And they all laugh. Think we're fine. All flesh and bones here. We fought those spiders back there. Didn't go well, so we escaped and then had to run away from these goopy creatures. Wild, right? You see them coming in?
I want to do an action. I want to use my divine sense to detect good and evil. Until the end of your next turn, you can sense anything affected by a hollow spell or the known location of any celestial fiend undead within 60 feet that is not behind a total cover.
Yes. So this spell goes off, and you see that Cedric, Iligen, Graston, Kari, Fut, Eekhom all get illuminated, and their bodies glow. Everybody give me an insight check, I guess, as you do that to them.
That's 20!
Very nice.
About time.
Yeah, right, for real.
11.
Ooh, not as nice. So you do this, and you see Kari makes like a very worried face at you when you do this. The rest seem fine. They're smiling, but because you're really close to her, that's what you see happen. And then it goes off, but you don't detect a fae, fiend, or undead.
Do I get a sense of good or evil?
No one in here seems evil, but you see Kari looked very worried.
I go up to Cedric. What's going on here? Why are we finding all of your people scattered around? What is going on? Because we just saw
What are you on?
Grayson, right?
My people. Are you sure about that? Okay. Yeah.
Sure you just didn't hit your head on a rock, Iligen says.
We have Kari's bow. And Regna, show her.
I show her the bow.
That does look like your bow.
I must have dropped it back in the caverns when we were facing the spiders. That was scary, so I absolutely must have dropped it there.
You dropped your weapon?
Yes, I did.
That's certainly a fine. Regna, tell her. Get her. Dropped her weapon. Section 8.
The body, when I investigated her, right, it was Kari's body or a body?
Kari. You saw Kari and then Graston in the next one.
Can I make a religious check to see if they're like ghosts or souls that don't know if they've passed on?
You can.
An 8.
That you touch them, and it's physical. Please don't touch me. That's weird.
Just wanted to make sure you're whole.
Now listen, I think we all just need to calm down. All right, we got this covered now, so y'all can just skedaddle. And we actually don't need y'all anymore.
Wait.
I've seen your body mangled.
I see Cedric getting a little worried.
There was...
What are you on about?
There was...
We need them.
I comment about the blood leading into here. Whose blood was that? And I point right outside the cave where it ends.
It was our blood. And she holds up a bandage on her arm. Iligen. It was ours. We did get injured in the battle.
That's a lot of blood.
Would you like to check my bandages for me? And she winks at you, Eekhom.
I stand there dumbfounded, not knowing what to say. There's so much blood. There's no way that there's all of that came from you.
And Kari gets close to you, Regna, and she goes, listen, everything's going to be fine. You don't need to worry about us. And she turns into a doppelganger and jumps at you. Everybody roll for initiative.
Ah!
Oh, Kari, your voice has gotten so down.
No, I didn't.
Kari?
21.
19.
Cedric and Iligen are slow to react as you see Graston turns into a doppelganger and attacks Iligen. Eekhom, what are you doing?
Eekhom's been waiting for this moment. He takes his I don't even care what the rest of them are. He takes his spear and instantly throws it at Kari. As soon as Kari reaches for Regna, I throw a spear directly at their hand to knock it away and get a 26 to hit.
That hits.
Sweet. That's going to be 12 damage. Woo. And then as the spear hits, I'm quickly following behind it as I jump over the campfire and then land, grabbing the spear again out of the hand, pulling it, swiping again with a 13 to hit.
That'll miss.
As I miss that attack, but then follow up with 2 more
Yes,
quick
please.
series of blows with an 11 on the first one, and then a 21 on the second one. It's 7 more damage.
2 more points of damage. You see that these look much more beefier, almost because like they feasted, that they are healthier and stronger, more feral.
Sweet. That's my turn.
Well, it seems like you have this one all handed for. Kari, I will not forgive this doppelganger of Kari. But I must away.
And I jump and I move and I'll take that
Opportunity attack.
attack of opportunity and go to the other doppelganger, the one that is attacking Iligen.
All right. It is going to, very lucky, miss with a 10.
Nice. And I'm going to make a series of attacks against the other doppelganger with an 11 to miss and a 21 to hit.
Hits.
Nice. It's going to be 13 points of slashing damage, and I'm going to smite it.
Yes. Do it up.
2d8. I'm doing that first level. 9 points of radiant damage.
Nice. You're doing some damage to these guys. That was your bonus and your...
Oh, yeah, then for my bonus attack, I'm going to swing. Good on you. This is 25 to hit.
Hits.
6 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, it's starting to look a little bloody. It's getting messed up. Some dents and bruises. As moves to Fut's turn. Fut begins to move, but then you see that behind him, a doppelganger had taken a surprise round attack. As it hits with advantage. That's going to be a 19 to hit. But you see that this is one of the weaker ones. So that should be fine. This Fut takes 14 points of damage. And Fut immediately turns around and is going to face this doppelganger to the north. Fut takes 2 attacks. That hits with a 22. The next one misses with a 13. He's going to do a very small 5 points of damage on the one to the north, but you see that it is affecting it. And because it's weaker, that he might have an easier time with this one. We can only hope. Then he's going to use a bonus action second wind, and he's going to breathe and take 7 points of health back as it moves to the doppelgangers. The one above, Fut, gets to go again, misses. The doppelganger near you, Regna, is going to take a multi-attack because these are healthy. It's going to try and hit you first. 14.
Misses.
And that's going to try and hit Iligen for an 8, completely missing both of you. It's scrambling because it's cornered here. As it moves to the last doppelganger, trying to attack Eekhom, 25 to hit, and a 14 to hit.
No, 14 doesn't.
Misses. Okay. So you take 10 points of damage from the first one. See Cedric gets up. No, my people. No! And he comes over with you, Eekhom, to try and... Actually, he's not coming over to you, but he shifts to the western part of the room and is going to take a spell attack as he tries to hit with a ray of frost, but completely misses. And it moves back up to your turn, Eekhom.
First attack was a 17, and the second
Hits.
one was an 11.
Miss.
And it does 7 damage, unfortunately. I'll use another point. I'll do my unarmed attack. Dang. 10 for my first one. Oh my god. 11 for my second one. Ugh.
Oh, rough.
Rough. All right. I'm sad.
Regna, you see your buddy frown as it continues to your turn.
Yes, I'm going to use a bonus action and use a channel divinity. Vow of Enmity. Choose one creature within 10 feet. I gain advantage on it for a minute or until its HP drops to 0. Then I'll go ahead and continue to attack on it with my halberd. You will vanquish foul beast. That is a nat 20.
Very nice.
Hey, you know your boy's gonna smite it.
So let's do the damage first. So that is due to Perkins crit. So 10 plus another 10. So that's 20 points of slashing damage. And I'm going to use, why not, a second level smite, which is an additional 19 plus. So a total of 43 points of radiant damage and 20 points of slashing damage for my first attack.
You see Iligen fall back onto the floor. just kill me. And this thing reaches out screaming, but in a blaze of holy energy, it bursts just before hitting Iligen as you destroy it.
And my hand reaches through, like, I plan on doing the opposite as I try to help Iligen up for my movement.
Yeah, you help her up. And as she gets up, she's like, is your friend single?
I believe so, yes, but I believe we can work that out. But now is the time for fighting. And I'm going to use my movement.
Oh, sorry.
Try to get over to where Fut is. And I can get about 10 feet away because I can attack. It has a reach. So I'm going to use my second attack on...
Yes, sir.
On him. That's a 24 to hit. I'll first level smite. That's gonna be 9 points of slashing damage, an additional 10 points of radiant damage.
Dead.
Yeah.
How do you finish this one?
As I come through, as like Fut is like fighting him, I charge forward with my halberd as it stabs through its stomach and then explodes in radiance. I look at Fut and I've never seen someone so brave stare at darkness straight in the eyes.
What? Who?
You.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna attack this other guy. And he runs over to...
Yeah, it's the end of my turn.
2 attack actions, of course. The first one. Ooh, 25 from Fut. That's been looking good here. 15 also hits. That's 8 first. Oh my goodness. That's 22 points of damage on the doppelganger. It's like messed up, getting cornered. It's screeching, screaming, like really getting pushed up against the wall on its last legs as it tries to attack Eekhom. It's going to be a 23 to hit and a 11 to hit.
No.
As you take 7 points of damage. Cedric is going to try and hit one more time with his spell, and he does hit as this creature takes 6 points of frost damage. Hits it in the head. You see half of its head is gone, eye gone on the left side. This thing is looking so messed up. It's anybody's kill at this point. You see Iligen just leans up against the wall. All right, you've got this. I believe in you, Eekhom, as it goes to your turn.
That's a help action. That's a help action.
Yep, that's a help action.
What does that mean? This is the first time. Oh my god. I take my spear and I roll an 18.
That hits.
All right. And do 10 damage.
How do you finish this thing in front of Iligen?
As I get distracted, I stumbled a little bit, so I was like kind of on one knee. And as I take the spear, I go up to hit it and I skewer it through its chin up through its head. And as it's fading away, I grab its essence that's breathing out of its mouth and get 9 temporary hit points.
Yes, you do. It screeches as it turns into goop. You are now saved from the doppelgangers of this cavern.
I flourish the halberd and I stow it.
So, what we were saying is they died earlier, and that's where all the blood came from. How did you guys not see this?
I'm sorry for not believing in you at first. It's just... They seem so real.
How do we know you're real? And I point my spear at him.
I bleed red.
What's my favorite candy?
You see he pulls off his bandage and he is bleeding blood, and you know he would have attacked you with the others because they are ambush predators.
I approach Cedric as he shows us his wound, and I look at him. I trust you, Cedric, and I'm going to use a first level cure wounds.
Yeah, heals up the wound so it won't scar over.
Maybe I should have used this on him. He gets back 17 health. It's my last spell slot. My last first level.
Wow, thanks. Appreciate it. I guess it's just you and me now, Iligen. And you see Iligen has turned away. She doesn't like to show emotions, but you can clearly see that she's disturbed.
It's okay, Iligen. I know in these dark times we tend to look at ourselves to fault, but I assure you that no matter how you spin it or how you look at it, you will always find comfort. And your comfort is right over there. His name's Eekhom. I point right over to him and I move out of the way.
Look, I'm only red because of my aura, okay? Because of the bracelet and, yeah.
Yeah, she saunters over and lifts your bracelet and gently touches your wrist. Oh, I see. I like the color red.
So wait, I changed the subject and take my hand back. There's supposed to be treasure here. Have we come all this way for nothing?
Right, yeah, let's go to the other side of the cavern. I've got sorry, wasn't completely honest with you. I got a bit of a key, you could say.
And he's got like a specifically shaped crystal in the shape of a moon.
Comes out at night, right?
Oh, well, lead the way, Cedric.
Right, of course.
You pass, Regna. As you pass Fut and Illigen, you hear Illigen say to Fut,
I like the shy ones.
But don't write that down.
Write that down.
I say just Fut, not to her as well. It's just erase that.
yeah, you whisper it to Fut as you pass by.
Yes.
And you do overhear that. She wanted you to hear that. You guys walk into the other cavern and back through to the western one that you did not visit yet. And as you enter, the crystals glow blue and orange all around the cavern, much bigger in this area. And there is a center pedestal. Looks somewhat like
It's beautiful.
a sarcophagus, but more elegant and maybe more for rituals or spell casting rituals, to be precise.
Looks like we gotta sacrifice someone. Fut, sorry, bud.
What? Wait, you're doppelgangers too, aren't you?
No, Fudge. We only jest. I look at Eekhom, like,
Okay,
I give him a nod.
okay.
Oh, not today? Oh, okay.
Right, I suppose it's my turn.
And he goes up to the altar and he presses the moon-shaped gem into the center. You see it lifts off magically and floats to the back and then presses into a mural on the wall, and it completes a mural of a moon in the northeast, a wolf howling to it, and of course the rays shining between them in the center.
So it's almost as bright as me.
Right, so we'll split the loot. As promised, you'll get the other shares. We'll split it equally.
And because of how many people survived, you get less money, but that's a good thing because Illigen and Cedric survived.
I wanted to sacrifice Fut, okay? I tried.
Everybody gets 200 gold each.
Ooh. How much platinum?
You can exchange it at your own time.
Just Gladys at the office is not going to like me on Monday.
And Illigen comes up to you, Eekhom,
Oh, God.
and reaches around your shoulder with her cheek very close to yours, and she hands you a mystery key.
Mystery
You
key.
can add a mystery key that's an actual item to your inventory.
Do I get to ask what this is?
You'll know when you click on it. We'll talk about it in the after show briefly. But she says to you,
This opens up places that are hard to open up, that maybe don't open up normally unless to really attractive, assertive people.
I go to Fut. She may be talking about a chastity belt. High honor that Eekhom has just earned.
all right, loot time. You find in that chest, obviously the gold, but you also find a bag of holding.
Woo!
Add that to, you decide who adds that to whose inventory. And then both of you roll me a d6. I have custom tables made for each of you with items, magic items that you will possibly get.
A 6.
3.
6.
3 and a 6. Oh my god, a 6. You got the Amulet of the Devout +2.
Oh.
God damn. And Eekhom, you get Wraps of Unarmed Prowess. What the Amulet of the Devout does, you'll find out in the after show. Thanks for listening to this spooky edition of Tony Plays.
Veal cheese.
Nice.
Veal cheesed.
Veal cheese, dude. Mozzarella
The
specifically.
moon is cheese after all.
That is true. That was fun. That was very fun.
Yeah, it was good stuff.
Good episode. Fun little twists and turns. We'll talk about it a little more in the after show, but before then, does anybody have a quick, maybe spooky recommendation?
Ooh. Yo, I got one real quick.
Okay.
Yo, it's old. It's 3 years old. If you have Netflix, yo, Hubie Halloween, instant classic, fantastic Halloween theme movie. All right. If you haven't seen Hubie Halloween, it's just chef's kiss. I've watched it every year since it came out.
That's awesome.
You can check it out. If you know, you know. That's all I got.
All right, everybody give me your spookiest goodbye.
Goodbye, Eekhom.
Oh, that was the creepiest.
Ah!
Dear patrons, I have received many wonderful letters back from you all about how much you liked and disliked my gifts. I'm glad at the very least they arrived okay. But today, I would like to thank you all for the support you have provided to the FFCS ATMF, also known as the Far-Fetched Curio Services Aotetero Memorial Fund. I'm going through all the donations and gifts now, starting with the Shadow Smugglers. Hello again, the Dread. Can't help but notice you haven't written back at all. Just hoping you aren't eternally lost in another dimension. Well, just in case you are in some unescapable realm, here is a planeshift scroll I borrowed from Lord Bearsabider, and if there is anything at all you were able to donate, please provide. Alara, thank you so much for your efficient donation of gold pieces. They will be sent to Ao's family as soon as possible. Thank you as well for sending me the pieces of the vase I broke. I was going to come back and fix it eventually, but this was a welcome reminder and saved us a lot of time. Sid, I just mended that back together. Come on. Hi, Reese. I can't thank you enough for offering to play at Ao's funeral service. Sheet music is like a different language to me, but I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful lute piece nonetheless. See me when you arrive, and I will help you set up your instruments. Julius, I did not send you a letter requesting anything, so it's shocking to me that you have offered to oversee the burial service. Yeah, so we totally trust you to do that. So I have sent you the accurate, correct address of the funeral that is deep in the Kambuki Isles, far away from here. Next are the Bloodshard Bandits. You all responded so quickly to our letter and are doing right by the Bloodshard Bandit name. Morgan Uthil, it means the world to me, and I'm sure Ao's family, that you have offered to stop by with your familiar to work as a therapy fox for the next few weeks. In a time like this, simply being there with comfort and love can make the difference. Artemis, another amazing offer of services. It will be incredibly helpful to have you guarding the funeral procession and the family for the next few weeks with Morgan. I will make sure to send my mom's baked goods with you. There is no one else I trust more to deliver them safely. Rains, thank you for offering to eat all the bugs in the surrounding area before we arrive. I didn't know it would be held close to a swamp, so if we can avoid any and all distractions, that will help the family in their time of need. Rommel, your bouquet of flowers and note are so nice. The section where you wrote about Ao's letters, breathing life into people's lives, and like the trees they used to be were so touching. Sly, thank you tenfold for accepting my strange request to follow Julius and keep him away from the funeral. Take the were-sids, and if you get caught, alert us immediately. The fruit basket was also very nice. Tanner, another donation to the fund. I am forever grateful. This money will help pay for the service and much more. Also, please, we still need your dimensions for the Bloodshard Bandits uniform, so message us back ASAP. Next are the Sidja College alumni. Your contributions are very thoughtful. Andrew Hall, what a thoughtful idea to edit together everyone's memories of Ao into a crystal ball for the family to see. You have come a long way since freshman year, and it shows. Also, Drell and I would like to hire you to edit together a workout crystal ball and highlight reel from our adventures, so let me know your rates. Craig Dawnbringer, I heard you are new to Humbrea, so it means even more that you want to help someone you barely knew. It's great to have someone like you helping with the setup. If you want to help in more unique ways, message me again with more information about your skill sets. Patrick Wennerstrom, also known as Punk, Reese mentioned you would be helping with the music. I know it's not the type of music you normally play, but it means so much to us all. Plus, the guards said they would drop your bounty if you helped. So, that's nice. Robit, Mongo. It was so nice to offer your strength. There are so many wooden beams and chairs that need to be built beforehand, and I can't think of a better giant to help. Saint Chaos. Glad to hear you are reformed, in a way. We are also very happy to hear you will be providing a few casks of your famous wine for the reception. Drell seemed a bit too happy about it, actually, but regardless, we can't thank you enough. Sergio Rodriguez, I was told you will be delivering a letter from the Queen of Aramor herself. It was written to the family? I don't know how you pulled that one off, but I like you a little more as the days go on, Redguard or not. And last, but certainly not least, are the Humbrea's heroes. Sky Guy, thank you for using your warlock abilities to keep the skies clear during the funeral. There's another warlock named Jesus who will be helping you with some of the magic stuff, so look out for a frosty-looking Dragonborn when you arrive. Drown the Barbarian, many thanks for offering to help barbecue at the reception. I've heard good things about your brisket. And with glass, we need wine glasses for the reception. Think you can take care of that? Thomocles, I heard you are a barbarian, but a crier like me. Thanks for bringing the tissues. We will need a lot. John Carroll, thank you for your 10 gold donation. Please provide more info about yourself in the guest book. Johnny Tar, your Pazushi recipe sounds delightful. I can't wait to try it at the reception and eat away my sorrows. Mr. Boolean Julette, I heard you give great hugs. They will be needed, for sure. Cora Greenbottle, thank you for sending in art of Ao for the family. Wait, these look just like drawings I was going to send in. Weird. Odimel, it will be nice to have another cleric there, and thank you for sending your prayers. Ripcorded, thank you for taking time away from Rocket Boot League to attend. Your donations of gold from your last tournament are very generous. Heart, I am over the moon that you are using your druidic powers to make the greenery around the venue feel warm and welcoming. Ren Grizzly, the bugbear druid, will be helping you with the arrangements. Isker Storm, Armos heard you are a warlock and requested your help with some rituals beforehand, so look for the frustrated tiefling with horns. It warms my heart having so many amazing patrons supporting our cause and lifting up the community. If you want to help, like these adventurers have, please visit patreon.com/DND404 or visit our website at DND404.com. Much love, Minas Pebblewalker.